And that Instagram's not on this list. Hmm. Be cool if I could go live. Two things. I wonder. Be cool if I could go live. Two things. Folks, so I'm just gonna wait for you guys to join in. I'm hoping I'll have some people watching. So if you just joined in, welcome. My name is Dragos. Dragos 2020 is my channel. Find me on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. Um, I usually just do gaming streams, but I recently started doing a few unboxings and reviews. I've got loads more to go through yet. Got some editing to do. If you like a mention or a shout out, give me a message or find me on Facebook, on even YouTube. I'm on YouTube chat here as well as Facebook. I'm out here. I've got my laptop set up. So I'm going to try to make this as good for you as possible. I'm going to try and show bits and pieces to the camera as much as I can. It's a weird one tonight because I'm currently using my mobile phone as a webcam. I know times are hard. I wouldn't call myself an IT technician without a webcam. However, I've never really needed a webcam. But when it comes to these kinds of videos, you do need a slightly better camera. And sadly, 1200 quid gaming laptop only has a 1 megapixel webcam. Imagine that. So the quality on it is very, very bad. I was surprised and annoyed. Um, but like I said, send me a message. Any questions, any suggestions, any requests, let me know. If you can hear me okay, let me know. I'm hoping you can. Until I get some input from somebody, I have no idea. I mean, I'll get. It's shown on here that I am. Um, and I have got some background music playing. I'm using a third party app, which was dodgy to say the least. Now, tonight for you guys, I'll have a couple of components to unbox and to have a look. I've not actually seen these in real life, so it'll be as much fun for me as it will be for you guys. I have been building computers for about 16 years now. I know I don't show it. I'm going to try also to record this. Let me see if I can record this. Don't know if I can. Options. Recordings. Okay, back. I'm going to try video capture. It doesn't tell me. Um, Support game is required. Okay, so don't know how. I'm hoping I'm also recording the stream at the same time. It will be available on YouTube for replay as well. So let's have a look. Hi, all right. So so Kai, if you're still out and about, well, out and about meaning in and not about, I'm gonna send you a link, direct link, just in case. Okay, so if you need me, just click on my link. I will share it again just in case. You don't have to have a channel for YouTube to watch it. If you do have your own channel or account, should I say, give us a like, give us a share, please subscribe. I'll try to make new content every week, if not every few days. But you can understand it's a bit hard. I work 9 to 5 pretty much, which equates to starting at half 7, 8 o'clock and finishing about 6 o'clock in the evening. And then obviously by the time I get home, I need food and everything. So it's a bit hard. Let's see if we got anything. Tonight I've got a few bits. I've got a motherboard. Okay, it is the, let me get it on my screen on here so I can see what you guys are seeing a bit better. Again, I'm using a third-party application, and then I'm using a streaming software called Streamlabs or OBS, Streamlabs OBS, or Slobs as I call it. So on here I've got the ASRock B450M Legend. I'm hoping you can see it okay. It's not mirrored, so might have issues with this. I've not thought about that. I don't think my third-party software allows me to create a mirror image. No, it does not allow me to do that, so you're gonna have to take my word for it, because that's what it says on the box. It's a B450M Steel Legend by ASRock. It's the B450 chipset for AMD. It does take up to the Ryzen 3 series, third generation, with the BIOS update. Might take it out of the box, but I'm not sure. So, let's see if we got anything yet. Nothing yet. Let's see. So, if you're just joining in, welcome. My name is Dragos. Dragos2020 is my channel. Find me on Facebook, find me on Twitch, find me on YouTube, and obviously on Instagram. I constantly share, especially my Instagram account is more active, so bits and pieces of tech on there. So as I mentioned earlier, tonight I'm going to do some unboxings, and if there's enough of you watching, like, share, subscribe, please. The more people subscribe, the more these videos I'll do. I've got enough components to build a machine tonight, if there's enough of you watching. Even means of a late night, I'd do it for my viewers. I've got enough to build a water-cooled rig. Using the, I'm not gonna lie, I cheaply actually had a look in the box already. So, but I'm gonna pretend I didn't. So I've got the Vortex 1 DIY AM240 water cooling kit as well. It's like being a kid on Christmas, really. Again, it's backwards because it does not mirror the image. I'm hoping nobody says otherwise. So, technology for you. Um, I also, what else have I got here? A Western Digital NVMe drive, M2, 240 is it? 240 gigabytes. I'm hoping you can see it okay. I've also got some, at least spilled my drink. I also have some Corsair Vengeance, the LPX series, obviously from Corsair. It's DDR4, 3000 megahertz. I don't think you can really push it that much higher than that. I mean, probably about the XMP, maybe. So, this is making me thirsty. That was really bad setup. Like, I was going to say, like, yeah, when you're doing streams like this, you always get thirsty because you're just jabbering on and chatting all the time. It's always good to have a glass of water with you. Tonight, I'm not drinking water or Ribena. I'm actually drinking a nice cider, which is called Fruit Bat, made by Doghouse. Don't know if you know it, heard of it. Doghouse in Selby. So big shout out to the Doghouse bar in Selby, also in Castleford. They do obviously their brewery. They've just moved brewery, and they're still obviously brewing loads of ales and ciders for you lovely people. They do home deliveries as well. I think I'll show you actually. So looks something like that. Shameless plugging, yeah. They sell it in like seems to be milk cartons. I don't reckon they actually drink that much milk. I think they buy these specially in, and it has all the information you need about it. Again, you won't be able to see it because it's backwards, but you can find them on Facebook. Again, you can't see it obviously because it's backwards. But it's the Doghouse in Selby. So have a look on Facebook, okay? And this is delicious cider. It's one of my definitely one of my guilty pleasures. But to get back on track tonight, guys and girls, who knows? I think we're gonna start. I'm hoping I'm recording. I pray that I am because I really, really want to record it as well. I'm hoping. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get this unboxed for you guys. I wish I had it recording. I'll let video share. Don't think. I'm hoping I won't get into trouble. At the moment, I am streaming genuine music offered by YouTube. So I'm just reading through some messages on here. So give us a like, share, please subscribe. Helps me get myself out there and create more content for you lovely people. Who's watching? Give us a sign, give us a like. I think we have a few people on. So give us a buzz, give us a wave. Come on. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I was going to try to be on Instagram as well, but sadly Streamlabs have some glitches. So at the moment it's only allowing me to go on here. One second. So, John Robe here just messaged me, give me some advice on Streamlabs. Yes, usually it does allow me to do that, but it doesn't. I can only flip it vertically, but not mirror. Because I'm using a third party. I'm using through an app basically. I'm using a really dubious app to use my mobile phone as a webcam, and it's meant to work via USB connection, but it is not. Instead, I've got it working through the Wi-Fi. So I'm really killing my bandwidth by streaming. Well, not really, because it's internal Wi-Fi over the LAN. Yeah, because of that, it doesn't really give me much access. And according to Streamlabs, I'm only streaming in 640 by 480, which I don't think that's right, because it looks a lot better resolution than that on my screen a bit. 360. Oh no, the quality is absolutely abysmal. So I might as well just stick to my laptop really. I'm only streaming in 640 by 480. So, let's see what else is on about. So yeah, John, thanks for the advice, but sadly I cannot do that. And because I really need to get this machine built, I was trying to make this a few days, but I really need to get this machine built. So I've tried to hold off. I've had issues with the delivery, a certain certain delivery company. I don't want to really. Yeah, possibly. Why is this not working? I'm just trying to. That will work. What's going on my? Why is it not going on there? So normally I like to share things through my media profile. However, I'm trying to do something. It's not letting me. I'm hoping I'm recording anyway. So, all that aside, let's get cracking. First to go is the B450M Steel Legend motherboard by ASRock. I've not bought motherboards from ASRock for a while. My latest purchases were from MSI and Asus. I call it Asus. In Romania, we call it Asus. So I've heard it called many names. Asus. People, if you say Asus, people think you're saying Acer for some reason. But anyway, so basic box. It doesn't. A disappointing thing. It has no seal on it, and this is not me opening it earlier. There's basically no seal on the box, which is quite concerning, because it just comes basically in a plastic bag. So I'm not impressed from the beginning. So Guys, if you've got just one second. Just messaging some people. Okay. So I'm hoping to get a few more people watching soon. There will be soon. Okay. So, what else is on about? So, going back to B450M, I'm gonna try to get this done, guys, because time is wasting. When you get somebody in the room that's like, have you opened it yet? Have you opened it yet? They don't understand. There's more to a stream just opening a box. Got people messaging me, asking things. So, this is B450M, Steel Legend from ASRock. I chose this motherboard because it had RGB control, which is all the rage. Also, AMD Ryzen 3000 desktop ready. I wish you could see it, read it, but it's upside down. So, opening the box, we got a few bits. We got quick start guide, information on how to install the memory modules. I'm going to try not to spend too much time on it, really. Just give you all the bits you need, really. So, what's it here? Ooh, that's quite handy. So we've got a manual that has all the BIOS steps for the setup. So you know how to set up BIOS. I keep looking there because that's where my monitor is and I can see what you're seeing. So that's quite handy. It's quite a nice little glossy paper, 100 GSM. The backplate or IO shield. I call it backplate. Some people believe IO shield. It's quite nice. It's got like a camouflage thing going on there. It's pretty cool. I think I should have had the camera a bit closer to me, but just give me a message if you miss something. I can soon pop it back up. So, and then you have the main user manual for the motherboard, which has all the specification, all the instructions, quick start guides, all the SATA connections, instructions, motherboard layouts, all the pinouts, everything in various languages as usual. So it's quite a thick manual. Oh, funny thing, it's got a ASRock postcard. I kid you not, folks, an actual postcard. Like, Steel Theories, wish you were here. What the? Yeah, who would actually send an ASRock Steel Series postcard to who? I mean, out of all the things to send, postcard. Not even a sticker or anything. A postcard. Anyways, I might send it to my nana. The usual mandatory disk drive, CD, disk drive, disk. Obviously, it's a DVD disc, and it has all the drivers on it. And obviously, called Norton Antivirus by Symantec Corporation. I think it's trial version. I recommend you go online and download the latest drivers anyway. We've got a little screw for the PCI Express slot for the NVMe drive. It's a tiny little baggie. We've got two SATA cables. We've got an angled one and a straight through one, so two of them. We've got another screw for the NVMe drives. Terrible flap. And let's get the. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. No other stickers or anything. That's that. Quite a basic box. No, that's it. That's all that's in the box, really. So, let me have a quick look. Any messages on there? Somebody just told me, oh, did you know that your writing is backwards, back to front or mirrored? Yes, sadly I know, folks. I will try and get this. Believe it or not, it actually took me like just over 2 hours to get to this point to actually be able to stream. Don't get me started. I hate technology. Perhaps I'm in the wrong job, really. I shouldn't be an IT technician. Anyway, so a nice anti-static bag, obviously. Now, what to notice that the motherboard itself has got the foam surround, and it's actually cable tied to the foam, which is quite. I've not seen that before. Clever move from ASRock. Clever move. I have got trusty old snips. So let's see. So this motherboard actually has two M2 slots. One features as an Ultra M2. So I'm hoping you'll be able to see it. And let me get it on. Get back on the image. I'll try and hold up for you guys a bit. I think I'll do that. Oh! So I think this will be a bit better. If you can see me better, I think you will. Yeah. So this is a lot better now, isn't it? So it's quite clever. It's got a Ultra M2 there, and another snuck up right there, right down there, which is quite close to the front panel connectors and additional SATA and the fan headers. From what I can see on the board, we've got. I'm actually going to look at it and tell you. I could read the description, but 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3 dedicated fan headers, chassis fan headers. One for the CPU fan, and an additional one for another chassis fan or the water pump if you've got an all-in-one system or any sort of system that uses that. It has got USB 3.0 header on there. No USB Type-C, I'm afraid, but this is a I'd say an entry-level board. It has got a nice shield, which does have RGB on it, and on the back here, it does have USB Type-C on the input panel. So as you can see, it's got USB 3.0s, 3.0 Type Gen 2, if I'm not mistaken, HDMI, DisplayPort, 2 USB 2.0s, PS2 combo, LAN with I think got dedicated LAN card. All right, and obviously your 8.1 channel with optical output and the standard AM4 socket on there. As it stands, it only has four SATA ports internally, which is a bit of a shame. It does have a TPM module. It has two RGB LED headers, the standard 12 volts, 12 and RGB. So that's quite handy. It also has an ARGB header, which is quite nice to see. So you have an option of both, so you can use two tabs of software to use it. It does have dual PCI Express slots, and it supports the Crossfire by AMD. Not that you want to do that, because most of the games nowadays do run in single GPU mode anyway. They're designed for that. So that's not too bad. Your 24 pin ATX power, as well as your 8-pin 24 pin ATX full size ATX power, and the 8-pin, which is right there. Really need to get some better lighting, really. I promise you guys, this will get better. So now I don't have any more. It's on down there. Yeah. So I've got an assistant here that's gonna turn. It was on. So I'm hoping if that's made more light. But yes, incredible. So what else we got? So that was the motherboard, really. I'm not wholeheartedly trying to get my box before falling on. I'm not disappointed, in all fairness. I think if I get on, I can tell you. I had a different motherboard. I'm not going to mention any names or anything. But I received it, and sadly it was dead on arrival, which was very sad because I was all ready to set it all up. But it was a purchase from eBay, brand new, with warranty and everything, obviously. But sadly, it was the away, and I've started a return for it. Now, at the moment, so this is actually purchased from eBuyer.com. They have obviously a wide variety. If you're going to do like a mid-range, I guess you could do a mid-range gaming rig for this. The motherboard takes up to 64 gigabytes of RAM, which is quite handy. At the moment, I'm just going to check now. The maximum they recommend is 33 megahertz with overclocking on this DDR4. Anything else special that we got on here? Not really. Obviously, USB 3.1. At the moment, it's retailing on eBuyer.com. On today, 29th of April, it's retailing for £84.99. I do know that eBuyer do price match with most major shops, not marketplace. But, yeah, um, so that will be ready for install. Depending if you're still about, I might be live on air, so you'll be able to see how a computer gets assembled. Really, put this some way around, and that way. So loud. Put this back in. Roundabout, something like that. And I put it. That'll do. So, if you got any questions relating this, let me know. Give me a message. If you want to shout out, let me know. Let me know. I'll give you a shout out or mention. What else have we got? I see some people have some requests. That's good. So, what else we got? We've got the Western Digital Green. It's a solid state drive, the NVMe version, or M2. Now, I've been using Western Digital drives for a long time. I do apologize again. I know the writing is backwards, but I've not figured out how to do it yet. Unless, I think I can do something about that actually. I've got an idea. I've just had an idea. If I do that, oh no, that's not going to do anything. It's just going to, let's see if I, yes, I've done it. Yay! I've got the writing the right way around now. So that should be okay. The camera's a bit low now, but it's good to see a bit less of my top of my head. Unless I've got a, I've got a box. Whoa! Luckily, I've got this motherboard box that I can put to just to lift this up a bit. Hopefully without smashing it. Well, that's a bit better. Obviously representing Iron Maiden, obviously the Beast. Brilliant. So we've got the Western Digital Green SSD. Oh, I need to move. That being said, I need to go that way. That's better. Western Digital Green. I've got my logo there. No, there. So Dragos 2020. Find me on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. Give me a like, share, follow, help a brother out, as they say. I do try to create some interesting content. So next up on the list, we've got the Western Digital Green M2 2280 to do with the size. Solid state drive. Solid state drive is pretty much like a memory stick for normal people. It's based on that technology from 2 decades ago, something like that. So, sorry, I'm not that patient. So it comes in a little plastic thingamajig or holder, and the size of the drive is actually tiny. It's actually tiny, like that's my finger. Now I've got like abnormally big hands or anything like that, so like Andre the Giant or anything. So this is pretty small. So if you think when you're building a machine, you have to like use the best you can with where possible. But the beauty about using NVMe drives or M2 drives is you don't need any cabling. That goes straight on the motherboard. With capacities now over 2 terabytes, I think, but they're expensive. I mean, the 1 terabyte SSD in M2 shape form factor will set you back about 100 quid. It's not bad. So you're talking about a pound a gigabyte. A pound per 10 gigabyte. When these first came out, you're talking about £1.50 to £2 per gigabyte. So, phew, tiny little thing. That's it. That's 240 gig. Years ago, you've never dreamt that ever. It's like available for like people to buy. It's ridiculous. Let me see if I can do a bit better with that one. Do that a bit. See if that helps. It's hard. It's hard. I'm trying to like juggle everything. Um, so what we've got. What else we got? So that's the M2 drive by Western Digital. This was also purchased from eBuyer. We might think that I've got an affinity to eBuyer, but they do have. They're still working 100%. They still do deliveries. Still up and running quite well, and they have decent prices. So check them out, eBuyer.com. This one currently retails. Ooh, I need to check that because I can't remember. This one currently retails at £38.99, including VAT. So it's quite a bargain. Not bad at all, and you can order it pretty much for next day delivery. A lot of things still are available for next day delivery. They will mention so on the site as well. Next up, we've got the Corsair Vengeance DDR4. It's the LPX series from Corsair. At the moment, it's the go-to RAM for system builders. They have many versions. So that's done. So I'm glad I was able to actually get my video done, like flipped. So I couldn't mirror it, but I flipped and changed my camera. So Corsair have been doing these for a long time. I've actually used this yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, because it was on the motherboard that was DOA, so that was meant to be the build. It comes in a little plastic little case. It's just a standard metal heatsink, quite nice, branded with a heatsink for a bit of heat dissipation. You can get the RGB version, obviously, which costs about £20 more on average. So that's to add even more bling to your system. Just like Go Fast stripes on the car, obviously RGB makes your system go a lot faster, naturally. And Corsair are at the moment quite ahead against the competition, like Thermaltake and various other manufacturers with their IQ software that you can use to control various RGB. That's either ARGB or standard 12 volt RGB LEDs and fans. So put that on there. I'm gonna get another one. Oh, you can see it now. I can show you now. The Doghouse in Selby. You can find them on Facebook. This one is called Fruit Bat. It's what I'm drinking at the moment. It's only 4% ABV. They're still up and running. They do home deliveries. So find them on Facebook and give them an order, because this is delicious stuff. They do ales, ciders, stouts. Also, they don't do lagers though. That's fine. You don't want lager. You can buy craft lager. So I'm going to show you the next thing, which I've got a. Wow! This is a water cooling kit. Okay. This is from. It's called Vortex One. Looks like a copy. I'm not gonna lie, like a Chinese copy of something. But looking at the kit, I was alright with it. I was quite impressed. Well, I forgot to mention the Corsair RAM. That was a purchase from eBay, and that retailed at 70 something pounds for a 16 gig kit, which is not bad at all. I do believe you can buy from other places, obviously, but it was there and then where I needed it as a bundle. So this is from Liquid Cool, as it says on the box. This is a full kit to set up your own custom water cooling loop. It has the reservoir and pump assembly, flow meter, CPU cooling block, has all the fittings you need, all the connectors, as well as the distilled water liquid. It's distilled water, that's pretty much what it is, as well as some dyes, I was told, to color it. Now, I have checked this earlier because I've had issues with delivery and the packaging looked a bit scruffy, let's say. So I wanted to make sure that the content is all here, and it seems to be. So I'll try and show you what's inside bit by bit. So I'm just going to double check, see if anybody's chatting or anything like that. So this kit actually cost me £100. It's not a lot for some of that. I mean, I know you can get an all-in-one cooler for a lot less. I mean, there was some from Corsair, the H100 series, the 100i. They're a bit expensive, but there's something about custom loop that you can add to it and stuff like that. And I've done them before in the past a few times, and it's been a while since I've done one. So I thought I'm building a gaming rig based on the Ryzen 7 2700X series. That's a 8-core with 16 threads. It's not bad. It's decent gaming rig. If you obviously match it with a good graphics card, I'm hoping the 2070 chipset, an 8GB GDDR6. That's what I'm hoping for. So, back to the water cooling kit. It's quite a comprehensive box. Let me get back onto my screen here so I can see what I'm doing. It comes. It's quite big. It's quite big. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it. So yeah, it's all. I'm gonna try and remember which is right and left and everything. So yeah, let me get these off here. Okay. Quite nicely packaged. Quite secure. Oh, my fingers. Again, I apologize about the video quality. I will be getting a webcam, but at the moment they're like very, very hard to come by and very expensive. I mean, a few months ago you paid 30 quid for a Logitech Pro webcam, but nowadays it's 60, 70 quid if you can find one, because everybody's bought them out. So inside the box, first thing you get is the manual from Vortex One DIY liquid.cool. Now in this, it's got comprehensive information about the different sockets, how to install the brackets, how to install the water block, CPU water block, and as well as 2 inlets. One you can use for filling, return, and also has some pictures of possible color. This way. Possible color combination for your water cooling loop. This one includes, it shows on here on the picture, red, blue, green or yellow. That's yellow. Okay. Okay, and this contains UV reactive blue, green, and cherry red. Okay, that looks yellow in the picture, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. As well as a little do not, attention, attention, danger, 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 whoop, whoop. Do not over tighten screws, fittings, or CPU mounting hardware. The only tool you need to install this is a screwdriver. I think we will put that to the test rather soon. It's like water cooling kit and you only need a screwdriver. I doubt that. They don't provide it, I don't think. So, tubing. I think it's 310s. 310s? I can't remember what size tubing this is. It's not quarter inch. What do you guys call it? How do you British people call it? I'm not British. Let's have a look. Does it say? It doesn't say. It doesn't say what size tubing it is. Oh, that's confusing. So I'm hiding behind the manual. um, no, it doesn't say. Let me have a look online, folks, so I can tell you. People tell me, "Oh, you need a better camera." Yes, I know I need a better webcam. Shout out to my family watching from all over Europe, France, Germany, Romania, Spain. Yeah, I know. We get about a bit. Um, let's see if I can go on. When you try to search for eBay, it comes up with Ebola. Like, why? Why? Come on. So, just getting this information for you guys. My internet, for obvious reasons, is a bit slow now because I am using up all of the bandwidth. It is 13 by 10 mil, so it's 13 millimeters outer diameter and 10 millimeters internal diameter. So that's important if you're buying any future fittings or upgrading your loop, adding to it, and stuff like that. So it's quite a good length. Oh, for use as a trumpet. Use as a trumpet, obviously. How old am I again? Not old enough. Next up is a CPU water block. Now this is quite nice, quite cool piece of tech. What are we? Okay. So this is kind of basic. I'm a bit annoyed that they put their logo on there, liquid.cool. Don't know if you guys can see it. Don't know if it was. Come on, come on. Zoom, focus, focus, Danielson. Why is it not focusing? Focus, Danielson. Focus. Wax on, wax off. Liquid cool. Anyway, it's quite. Don't know if you can hear it. But the water block is. I'm quite impressed with the build. The actual block seems to be feels like glass. I'm not gonna lie, it's not glass obviously, and the bottom is just this. It's chrome plated or brushed steel. Or is it aluminium? Quite smooth. You hear that? I don't know if you can. But no, it's quite got some like, you can see all the little serrations. It's got inside ridges. It's not as good as I don't think it's going to be as good as Thermaltake. Thermaltake seems to be quite good with this stuff. But we shall see how good it does. I'm not going to speak ill of it yet. And it's got a little hole in it. I'm guessing you can put like an LED in it. We shall get to that in a second. The 3 color dyes, which are UV reactive. We'll put that to the test as well. What else we got? A flow meter. Now, I guess that will have a good visual effect. Looks pretty nice. Acrylic block. You can take it apart for cleaning and servicing, which is getting some nice feature. The fittings are metal. copper plastic, so it's a nice, very thick thread. And that's going to be fun. We've got a bag with all the crimp connectors for the tubing. Okay, so we've got solid metal connectors for 13x10 tubing, PVC tubing. It's metal, it's got nice grip on it, although that thread seems a bit short. Don't know if you can see it properly. Which side I'm going, I don't even know. I'm not. Why did I put it behind the white background? Ooh, that does help. It maybe. Meh. Right. So that's that. That's I like that they're all individually bagged. They're all straight connectors, and you should have enough for the basic loop. Right. So. Then we've got the all-important coolant. This is distilled water, really. Cleanest source in PC water cooling. 100% pure water. Nom nom nom. So I could drink that and be fine because it's water. But who wants to drink water when you got beautiful cider? Right, back on topic. We've got bag of all the fixtures and fittings for the different sockets. It does cover 11, 15 series sockets, the 2011 from LGA 2011, and the AMD sockets up to AMD 4, which is a bonus. I was scared that it didn't, so I was a bit worried about that at some point. Another bag here. Not gonna lie, I'm absolutely starving, folks. I've not had food yet. I've been faffing around trying to set up this. So this bag has all of its accessories. Looks like a sticky pad for the reservoir. So I was mentioning there's two LEDs with Molex connectors. Who hates Molex connectors? I do. When you build computers and Molex connectors, it's a bane on our existence as system builders. We've got a power supply shorter, so you use this, you put it on your new power supply, so you can power your power supply on, turn it on, so you can test your loop. Got a cap, I'm guessing for if it's a filler cap for the reservoir. Got you're doing them later. So sorry about that. That's Annabelle tripping all over the place. So we've got two nice little acrylic holders, which will be, I'm guessing, for the reservoir, with some holes in them for mounting somewhere in your case. I'm hoping. I don't know yet. We also have two, wow, massive solid metal L-shaped brackets. I'm really hoping I won't need them. I'll be able to use these nice little holders. Really. Okay. And screws. bolts and nuts. Bolts and nuts. Bolts and holes. Bolts and holes. Right. So put that. I don't know how sticky this pad is, but the fact that you can't even get the actual backing of it. Oop, oop. Oh, it's very sticky stuff. Very sticky stuff. Get this all back in. I don't think, I'm not gonna lie, folks. I don't think I'll be building it tonight because I've yet to have anything to eat. And like most people, unlike most people, I do have to go to work physically tomorrow. What else we got? We've got a ooh, the reservoir and pump assembly, which is very nice. Feels quite solid. Inlet, filler cap hole. Again, it feels very solid. The bottom plastic looks a bit cheapish, like it's gonna crack. However, being an external one, you can usually exchange them. They do tend to last for a few years, hopefully. And the filler cap is removable, so you can do cleaning and servicing and everything. And this is very thick acrylic. Don't know if you can see it. This is very thick acrylic, which is nice to see. It's not a cheap plasticky, water bottle. Then it's got a little the Molex power connector. Yet again, seems to be the favorite for this system. Annoying. No other like options for LEDs or lighting or anything like that. But I'm sure I will be MacGyvering something for it, because you can't have water cooling without lighting. Whether it's designed to or not, I will make it so. What else we got? Last but not least, the main of the cooling radiator. I like it that it's coming nice static back for some reason. Now, this is just a plain radiator, 240mm by 120. It houses two 120mm fans. They do seem to have some LEDs on them. I don't know what color they are. They might be white. I'm unsure. There's no mention of that, so that might be a bonus. However, you can replace these with any 120mm fans. What will end up happening, I'll probably replace this with RGB versions or ARGB. If anybody watches my channels or anything like that, you'll notice that you see that I've done a custom ARGB lighting for my home theater PC using two Shark 140mm fans. Yeah, fans. I'm right. 140mm fans from AlphaCool. AlphaCool? Yeah, AlphaCool, the Shark edition. So that's it for the water cooling system. What I'll probably do is I'll get it all. If you join me tomorrow, folks, I will actually do a live build for you. I've got one more thing to unbox, which is a bit quicker. This is a way I try to anyway. You know when you buy something, right, and it's like the horrible thing when you have to return it or you need to return it, and 9 times out of 10, the stuff never goes back in the box the way it came out, and you're like, how did they fit that in there? So, all this stuff obviously needs all this stuff usually needs a case. Usually, now there's many designs of cases out there, various sizes, so you never know. Okay, Sorry, just had some messages on here from my family and a few other people. Okay. Now, obviously, as I built it and install it, I'll give you reviews of it, of its performance and everything. Getting back on subject, every system needs a case. Depending how much gear you put in the case, you get bigger or smaller case. Now, in this build, it's only a Ryzen 7. I decided to go for. Whoa! On there. It's a case from a company called Element Gaming. It's currently retailing at, guess where? eBuyer. Yet again. Yeah, okay. So let me log back in. So this is, where is it? So this is the Element Gaming Argon. It's called Fragile. You can see on here. Can you see? You can see it. Fragile. It's this. Go this way. Go this way. Whoop, that way. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to step back on this one. Ooh. Let's get this moved back a bit. No, what? Sorry, folks. I'm having a bit of. Oh. This folks is not working. Ah, bless Sheldon, right? God bless Sheldon. So, hello. I had to take a step back because this is obviously quite big. So, this is called Element Gaming. It's a company that I think they are sole traders with eBuyer. It's a part of made for eBuyer. I don't know. I think you can buy them online. I'm not sure. But this one is on sale at eBuyer.com. You can currently purchase it for £51 and 17 pence, including VAT. It's called the Element Gaming Argon ATX RGB. It has tempered glass side panel as well as front panel, and it features three ARGB LED fans, 120 millimeter fans. You hear that snap? That is a brand new box, never been opened. So it does have two USB 3.0s front panel, 2.0s. So let's tip her out. This is my hand. No, this is my hand. Bring out something like that. Um, quite good packaging. So it's nice. Oh, styrofoam rubbish in a bag. So this is a mid tower. Well, it's an ATX tower. So has a tempered glass side panel as well as a tempered glass front panel. Now tomorrow, if you're watching the build live, you'll be getting some right peeling action going on. If you know, you know. So on the front, let me get back on my picture here, on my image. On the front here, I've got two USB 2.0s there, jack in, jack out, 3.5mm, power reset, and two USB 3.0s. I'm gonna mess it up. Don't know how to put it on there. So on the top, it does have a mesh, which is removable and magnetic, which is quite nice for cleaning purposes and maintenance. It's quite nice on the back. It's all black. It's I think. It's got another panel on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 PCI slots on the back. So let's have a look. Quick release thumb screws. Metal, one side is metal. There. First glance, it's got quite a few. Let me see if I can get you a bit closer. You've got quite a few cable management holes on here, which is quite nice. Got SSD bays, I think a couple more there. All your stuff. Let's see. CPU holes. That's quite nice. That's that mesh top, which can house a 240mm radiator. But it also can take 140mm case fans, which is quite a nice feature to have. Need two. So that's the tempered glass front panel. And as I said a moment ago, or out speakers or headphones or a microphone, as well as power and reset. It's all on this brushed aluminium strip, which is quite nice. For what you get, it's quite nice. Now let's have a look. Ooh, I think I might need a screwdriver. So let's have a look. That's the tempered glass panel. So if anybody's still watching, folks, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. I try to post stuff all the time. My name is Dragos. Channel. Find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. The glass panel is actually smoked, which is quite a nice little feature. I like that. Gives you a bit more of a thing. So let's see what we're going to say. So inside there's a little baggie that has a remote, which I'm pretty sure is for the RGB LEDs. It has fan speed, colors, mode, different stuff like that. Motherboard sync. Ooh, that should be interesting. Also, obviously, the screws you need for any internal connections, including a couple of standoffs for the motherboard, which is quite nice. One of the features I do like, besides the fact that there's another fan that we haven't mentioned in the description, it does feature a rear 120mm fan, which is just a plain black one, but still, exhaust fan is good. You can also see internally we've got the three 120mm RGB fans on there, which I think they're ARGB, which is quite cool. And also you've got the designated bay for the power supply, which is quite nice. So going to the back, you can see you got the little bay there, as well as the 3.5-inch dry bay. Okay, so you've got all your connectors here, your internal and front panel connectors, USB 3.0s, these 2.0s, HD audio for the front. We've got also a RGB connector. It's for ARGB. Interesting. So it's definitely ARGB. Little controller. I'm showing it to there. There's beauty about that. It is magnetic, which is quite nice. Nice strip. So you can have up to eight fixtures on it, with an option to have the reset button as a control button. So you can just allocate, instead of using the reset switch, you allocate that for controlling the mode and lighting. It also features the lovely molded power connector. So that will be, folks. What else? All over here. What else can I mention? Let me see if I can. Oh, this light for you. So apply this. Let's see if I can light these RGBs for you, so you can have a look for yourself. Quick sneak preview. What I just need is a power. So, folks. Let's do this. So I'm just using the jump starter from the water cooling kit. So we have live. I'm using the Corsair CX 600 watt power supply from Corsair. So let's get this powered on. Hey, okay, so that's powered on. Fans are on. Let's just bring this. Where's the? I don't know what the sensor is for the RGBs. I have no idea. Let's see if we can do it via the aforementioned reset switch. A reset switch! So yeah, at the moment I'm just currently messing about. I've not used this before. So I'm hoping. Aha! We have life. Okay. However, I don't know. You can control speed, mode, colors, low, bit funky. Different color modes, which is quite nice. You can set static colors. I think it allows you to turn the fans up. It does indeed. It's quite a nice little effect there. For what you pay for, I think that's quite alright. It gives a nice little glow inside the case. You can't really see it, but it's not too bad. I'm still unsure on how you... It has a button that says motherboard sync, MB sync, but as it stands, I don't see a way of connecting the control module to the motherboard at all. I don't think that's possible, sadly, but I think I'll be able to MacGyver something, folks. It's what I do. It's what I do. What I do. So that's the case, really. Missing anything, really? So yeah, that is that. So, that being said, folks, I need something to eat. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you very much for watching, paying attention. Even if you just have it minimized as background noise while you're doing whatever, I appreciate it. My name is Dragos. My channel is Dragos2020. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Not Twitter. Do I not have Twitter yet. I will get there. Find me on Instagram and Twitch. I do usual streaming and various other things. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Any support is highly appreciated. If you want to mention any questions, suggestions, please let me know. I do want to have good streams. I want to help where I can, provide good content. But tomorrow I'll have a proper instruction on how to build a computer, basically, the basics, and maybe even get the water cooling loop set up and going. For now, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe out there. Hopefully this will all be over soon. The more we stay in, the quicker it's going to go away, and then we can resume our somewhat normal lives. But who has a normal life, really? So that being said, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Facebook, usually YouTube. Thank you very much. Night night, folks. Thank you for watching. Lordy. I'll just squeeze that one in there.